Yeah, we also want to alert folks that we now have a tornado warning. We want to pull up the 2 box here. We're showing that folks that we have the radar. We have a tornado warning for southwestern Sussex County in northwestern New Jersey. We also have it for northern Warren County. Also, in parts of Pennsylvania over towards the Poconos, we can see massive lightning strikes happening there. These are radar indicated tornadoes, Antoine. What that means is that while we haven't got a spotter indicated tornado, meaning that anyone has visually spotted it yet, but on the radar, what it's indicating, we can see out of the returns from the radar, winds going inflow and an outflow, indicating that there's some twisting happening in the atmosphere. And that's indicating that we could have a possible tornado in the vicinity located over Columbia, about 17 miles southwest of Newton. It is moving possibly northeast at about 40 miles per hour. So the areas we're looking at that could be impacted as areas in northeastern Pennsylvania into northwest New Jersey, most specifically into Sussex County and the southwestern part of Sussex County. We can see here on the map also northern Warren County. We're looking at towns like Newton, New Jersey, over towards Hope in Pennsylvania. That's also a very popular vacation spot. We know there's a lot of folks that in our viewing area that go out there for vacation spots too. We're looking at the Delaware Water Gap. A lot of folks know that area. Columbia over towards Echo Lake. This also includes Interstate 80 between the mile markers 312 and 314. Interstate 80 in New Jersey between mile markers 0 and 20. So if you're in this area, you definitely want to be taking cover right now. If you're outdoors, you want to, or in a mobile home, you definitely want to be out of a mobile home.
Totally.
Definitely take cover. Go to the closest shelter. You want to protect yourself from flying debris. If you're in the areas of Sussex County or Warren County, we have a line of thunderstorms that are pretty strong and severe that are making their way into the northwestern portions of New Jersey. They're also coming out of northeast Pennsylvania, heading up towards Delaware County. Up there, you can see heading towards Delaware and Sullivan County, crossing over. That there yet, but they are coming out of northeast Pennsylvania. So I won't be surprised if we do get some watches or warnings placed in that area. We also have severe thunderstorms rolling through Hunterdon County in New Jersey. You can see all those lightning strikes. We can see the orange blinking boxes there. That's indicative of a severe thunderstorm warning that's rolling through that part of the county. And that line is marching eastward. So we're expecting north central New Jersey, eventually northeastern New Jersey to be affected. So these are areas that we have to be watching. That whole pink shaded area that goes from Pennsylvania into the entire state of New Jersey, that's a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. So we're just getting started here. We've been talking about this since yesterday.
Right.
We're anticipating flash flooding out of these cells that are now erupting across western portions of New Jersey. But right now, the imminent concern is the tornado warning that's been issued for Sussex County, New Jersey. It's most specifically the southwestern part of the county and northern Warren County. That's in northwest New Jersey. That's in effect until 2:15. We can see strong to severe thunderstorms rolling through there. We have cloud to ground lightning. You can see all the total lightning strikes there that we got.
That's
the
the
counter
white
going.
that we're looking at right there,
Yeah,
right?
that's the counter going. We can see there on the upper left. Actually, I'm going to take the counter off there because I want everyone to see that we do have that severe thunderstorm watch and the tornado warning that has just been issued just a short time ago. I believe it was issued at about 1:49. So this is brand new coming across our
Right.
wires here, and it's in effect just for until about 2:15. So we're about do the math here, 12 more minutes.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be going away in about 11 minutes or
We
so.
also want to let people know that this is a radar indicated tornado. And what that means, if you're just tuning in, it's when we see on the radar that there's been rotation spotted on the radar. When we look at the radar returns, it's indicative that winds are going in and out in a location spotted on the radar, which indicates rotation happening. It's not one that we've seen visually. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not someone out there that's
right.
spotting it. We just haven't had that call come in yet, but we do see on the radar there's dangerous wind situations. So the National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued this tornado warning. Again, it's for southwestern Sussex County, northern Warren County in New Jersey. So if you're in this area, which by the way, Interstate 80 goes right through that area. So I know a lot of folks drive that area. They know it very well. We're talking of areas like Newton, New Jersey, Belvedere, Andover, New Jersey. These are all very much familiar areas for the tri-state area, Hope County, or Hope area in New Jersey. I'm sorry, that's Pennsylvania.
PA.
Big vacation spot. We have, at the very minimum, we have severe thunderstorms rolling through the region. So significant downpours will be happening. Flash flooding is a threat also in this area. If you're driving around this area or anywhere, you definitely want to take cover indoors. Again, we have dangerous winds, the possibility of a tornado that could be on the ground. in southwestern Sussex County and northern Warren County. You want to say
Well, we want to
something?
talk about that because we know we had three
Let me sip of
tornadoes
water.
that were confirmed by the National Weather Service last week, and we're going to be getting into that in just a little bit with one of the towns that was impacted. The
Yeah.
mayor is going to be speaking with us. When we talk about a warning and a watch, just explain the difference,
Sure.
if you would, Audrey, between the two.
Okay, so a watch means the conditions are favorable for the event to happen, whether it's a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch. So a tornado watch indicates that we have the conditions that are favorable, whether it's and a warning would be that something's actually imminent or happening.
Right.
So that's why we have the tornado warning. As I mentioned, it's a radar indicated tornado that the National Weather Service has spotted. So they issued the warning to let people know that it's dangerous in that area and you need to be taking cover, especially if you're outdoors or in a mobile home. Those are two areas that you do not want to be in when you have a warning in your area. So you want to find shelter, whether it's in a basement area, in a approved sheltered area, underground preferably, or if you happen to be in a home of any sort, you want to be in a place where you're away from windows, preferably in an indoor closet or in an interior portion of your home, like in a hallway, a room without windows, so you can avoid any flying debris that could come crashing through the window.
Bathtubs, we always hear and remind people
Well,
of,
typically a bathroom doesn't have windows or could be away from a window.
Right.
Not all bathrooms have windows, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So a bathtub is actually a solid place that you can actually hang into.
Exactly, and then be lying flat if
Right.
in that regard. One of the other things, the storm is slow moving. When we talk
Yeah.
about that, that means multiple rounds, perhaps.
Well, the slow moving part is dangerous because of flash flooding. When you have rain going in the same area and not leaving, and you have it coming down heavy, we're talking an inch or two an hour, and it's not making much movement, that's when flash flooding occurs because the rain is coming down heavy, it's not moving, and it piles up rather quickly. And then you have an overrunning of streams, banks of rivers, and flooding happens super fast. And it takes cars away. It can possibly lift up homes and other, not secure debris. It could be
Right.
boats that are, not locked down. As I just mentioned, cars, people for that matter. It can be very, very dangerous. And that yesterday we were talking about, we believed to be the main threat with some of these storms coming through. But there was a chance for isolated tornadoes. We mentioned that yesterday on the news, and here we are. So we're just getting started, unfortunately, folks. So we need to be hunkered down and stay weather aware for today and through this afternoon and evening, because we are anticipating more activity to be happening with this frontal boundary that is approaching us from the west. This is the same system, if you haven't heard, brought dangerous weather across
Yes.
Chicago land area, Wisconsin.
Was
saw
it
some
the,
severe
the
weather.
Ohio Valley one?
Yes,
Right, that's the
yes.
one. That's where it
Same one.
started.
Yeah.
Same system.
Yes, it brought very dangerous storms and tornadic activity yesterday in that part of the country. This is the same system that's coming into our region today. So we're anticipating a very, very active weather pattern right through tonight, because this is going to be going on right through the midnight hour this evening. So again,
Now-
we're just getting started.
Now, we know we had some rain move in last night. This is
Yeah.
the same system that impacted us last night in the area as well?
Well,
or-
that was actually a trough that was ahead of the system.
Okay.
So kind of associated with it, but it was sort of a precursor. This is the main event that's coming in today.
So when we talk about the wind speeds, what's our range there?
Right, we're talking within these storms, we're talking about wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. So that's tropical storm force winds. Hurricane force winds are 74, so we're close to hurricane force winds with some of these storms. And tornadic winds, that's even higher if you get a tornado. So again, we want to remind people that we have a tornado warning in effect right now until about 2:15, so several more minutes. This is for southwestern portions of Sussex County in New Jersey. This is in northwest New Jersey, so we're talking about southwestern Sussex County, northern Warren County, and for those we do have actually viewers in northeastern Pennsylvania in the Poconos, so this also includes east central Monroe County, northeastern Northampton County. This is until 2:15. This was just issued shortly before 2 o'clock. We have a radar indicated rotation happening here, so that's indicative that there's a possibility of a tornado on the ground. I don't have any report yet of a one spotted by or rather viewed by a spotter, but
Right.
this is taken very seriously when the National Weather Service does have a radar indicated rotation. So watch out anywhere near Interstate 80. Take cover now in a basement or an interior room. If you're in this vicinity, try to find the lowest floor in a sturdy building. Avoid windows because you want to avoid any flying debris that could come through those windows. If you're outdoors or in a mobile home or a vehicle, you want to get to the closest substantial shelter to protect yourself from flying debris. Again, this is Sussex County, New Jersey, Warren County, and Monroe County, and northeastern Northampton County in Pennsylvania.
Also have this information in regards to Binghamton, you know, as far as how they're doing. This was issued at 1:14, so about an hour or so ago. They're talking about what you're saying, the hazard, wind gusts, penny-sized hail.
Yes,
You know, so the
yes.
storm system can actually bring hail.
Yeah,
with
because
it.
this not only we have the tornado warnings, we also have severe thunderstorm warnings. That's in the orange flashing boxes we see here on this radar. Within those thunderstorms, there could be 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's damaging winds. And there's also the possibility of penny-sized hail, which can also be quite damaging. And folks, we're just getting started here. The pink shaded area, this is where we have a severe thunderstorm watch. A watch tells us that conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms to occur. When we have a warning, that means they are occurring. And
Right.
that's the case happening right now through north central New Jersey, in the area where you see the orange shaded box that's flashing there. And that's happening in north central New Jersey right now.